My name is Vincent Young. I'm an infectious disease physician at the University of Michigan Medical School. It's still not entirely clear why some patients have multiple recurrences of Clostridium difficile colitis after successful treatment. With the advent of the hypervirulent endemic strain, some people had thought that this was the cause of it. However, there have not been convincing studies to demonstrate that this is completely the cause. We and others have done some work that suggests that changes in the gut microbiota, that is the normal inhabitants of the gut, mostly of which are bacteria, can be altered by multiple rounds of antibiotics. And the changes in this entire community can lead to multiple recurrences of Clostridium difficile once it is established in a patient. So the idea of using stool transplant, that is to take the feces from one person and give it to a patient who's had multiple recurrences of Clostridium difficile, that idea has actually been around for over 20 years. And there have been several small studies that have shown that there is some success in this approach. However, there are a lot of safety issues in transferring the feces from one person to another. And more importantly, I think that this actually demonstrates how little we actually know about how to try to intentionally manipulate the indigenous microbiota in a person. The fact that we have to resort to something as drastic as a stool transplant. Now, the NIH has sponsored the Human Microbiome Project, in which we're studying this problem in a lot more detail. And perhaps with this additional study, we'll be able to come up with selected, carefully chosen combinations of bacteria, which can be used instead of just taking stool from a healthy patient and administering it to someone with recurrent Clostridium difficile. The Europeans are apparently conducting a large randomized trial of fecal transplant. And the results from this aren't back yet, although there are some reports, early reports from some meetings and some abstracts that it is successful, as has been demonstrated over the past 20 years.